Faith in God, a faith in his fellow Americans, and a faith in our great country. He is a candidate who has a strong record of legislative accomplishment. I worked side by side with him through one of the most economically consequential pieces of legislation of the last several decades, and that was the Tax Cuts and Jobs Act of 2017. He was a relentless fighter for South Carolina and for people in this country. And he also is a candidate who comes into this race with boundless hope and optimism for this great country.
So my husband, Matt Cody, he's inside right now watching Tim. He's a huge Tim follower and would love to see him become president of the United States. So, that's why we're here today. Him and Tim go back from several years ago where he met Tim, and Tim was just a very open, caring person, and actually just sat and talked to my husband for about an hour. Just gave him his time, and they connected at that point and have stayed in touch ever since. I expect to see, I think, the change in America that we have been wanting, I think, the last several years that we need to happen. I think we need to be regrounded and in our foundation of who we are as Americans, and I think Tim will do that for us.
I think that Tim is just a great example of living out my life verse, which is Ephesians 4:1, live a life, live a life as you've been called. And I feel like he's done that, and he does it with love. He's genuine, and I can't wait for him to be our president. I think he needs to help us with the people that are coming in the most loving way, protect Americans, and possibly a closed border.
The greatest nation on God's green earth. Yeah! And our greatness doesn't come from politicians. It doesn't come from the government. It comes from we the people. We the people.
I've seen him grow up for many years now, going from when he was in the Allstate business and had his own business there until, ended up in city council and then in the state house and then on to the Senate. And he's just been an amazing person to watch and to learn from and to see how much he loves this country. And we just want to be here to support him because we believe in him and we believe in what he's trying to do to save our country.
I just think he needs to continue doing what he's doing. He's willing to say difficult things. I think he has tough skin. I think he's resilient, and he has a wonderful message. And so if he just keeps doing what he did today and there, I think he's going to do great.
I think Tim Scott has a story to tell. I think he has the American story to tell. And I think his policies align a lot with what I believe in. And honesty and being upfront is hard to find nowadays.
Well, I was interested in seeing a potential presidential announcement, and I just started working here as well. And it was very great to see him do it. He has some good qualities, though. I don't think he can go the length to be president, though, just because of how everything else is working out. But I think he'll have decent chance to potentially be vice president.